legends, I hope you're all fantastic. Fractal just dropped a new update for the Axe FX 3 that adds the 3 crunch modes from the Marshall JVM, and I want to make some loud noises with them. We've got the Brit JVM Crunch Green, Orange, and Red. Let's start by hearing the 3 of them at the stock settings, then I'll dial them in to my taste and we can hear them with some boosts and some time-based effects afterwards for some grease. I'm playing a Les Paul Custom with burst buckers straight into the Axe FX 3. As always, there is no post-processing on the guitars. I've got my usual free cab IR in the cab block and a touch of the gold plate reverb. Let's go. I think all of those models sound pretty good straight out of the gate at the stock settings. I do like bumping the gain, bass, and treble a little bit on the orange and red modes, exactly the way I do on the real amp. And then for that green mode, when you crank the gain and the master up, you've got a pretty sweet plexi style tone on there that takes pedals really well. One drive that I stumbled across that I think works really well with the green mode is this Timmy model. I like the down model, and just remember with the Timmy, as you turn the bass up, it's actually a bass cut. So more bass control means less bass going into the amp, which is going to sound a little tighter. It sounds like this. Another cool combo is the crunch red mode with the gain and the bass cranked up, and then hitting it with something like the integral pre-drive model based on the TC integrated preamp. So this is going to give you a massive level boost, but you can also pull out plenty of bass before the preamp on there. Let's hear it without the drive and then with it. course, we had to have some mandatory Zac grease and drop D happening on there. I think the thing that I enjoy about these models the most is at the stock settings, they pretty much sound the way people expect a Plexi or a classic JCM 800 to sound like at the stock settings, which those amps don't necessarily do. So there's sort of these great idealized crunchy Marshall models, even though they are based on a real amp, the JVM, and the JVM is essentially like the Marshall greatest hits, but it can go beyond that as well, as we know with the existing models of the OD1 and OD2 channels. And on that, I'll play you out with those existing models. I'd love to know how you're liking these new models on your Axe FX3. Let me know how you're using them, what guitars, cabs, and other effects you're layering them with to have some fun. And if you want to support what I'm doing here on the channel, you can grab my blocks library, you can sign up to the Patreon, or check out some of the music that I make with my band Ragdoll. I'll see you next time.